Alrighty, good Sunday morning, Mid-Michigan. I'm First Alert meteorologist Matthew Mondro with an update here on our traffic conditions mainly. So that's one of the big things that we are going to be tracking as we go through this Sunday morning update. But we've had that snow that moved through from the winter storm. Now we are seeing that system leaving our area right now too. So I will say the good news in regard to our road conditions especially too is just that as today goes on, we will see our road conditions continuously getting better. I'll go ahead and take you right to the First Alert pinpoint Doppler here first. We'll start off with the radar. You can see the snow sort of swirling around. I'll actually go ahead and move out the camera just a little bit more too, and you can actually see where in northern Michigan that snow is starting to pivot right around, pretty much doing a complete 180. That snow that's moving through the Petoskey area currently, that eventually will be swinging right back through mid-Michigan, but by the time it reaches here during the early to mid-afternoon, we expect it to mostly be going across the thumb, though some areas like Saginaw or possibly even Chesaning or Flint could still see a few snow showers out of that too. We'll go ahead here and move the radar back to the south to our area again. You can see we still have some snow falling, especially this one band coming in right through our southern row of counties. So that's extending from the Durand area up through Flushing, Clio, and even to the Otisville area, or just north of there in the direction of Millington as well. But this is really the trailing edge of the storm system as of this point. Even the winter weather advisories and the winter storm warnings are starting to be pulled back as well. So as we go throughout the remainder of today, we will see our conditions starting to improve even more. I do want to show you here, though, some roadway conditions. Here's a live look. That's I-75 and Birch Run right at exit 136. You can see there the lane's already clearing up pretty quickly too. I will say wet roads will continue for much of the daytime today, but fortunately with these air temps that have been right around freezing, the road salt is very effective. So I will say that going through the remainder of today, as treatments continue to be put down, they will just continue to improve even more. So there's downtown Saginaw, live look from the Dow. Also seeing some wet roads, definitely a winter wonderland as we look out there this morning. We even move around to another camera too in downtown Flint across Saginaw Street. You can see there across the bricks, also still wet, but those areas that have been treated are improving pretty quickly. So definitely some good news in regard to our drive times. I'll go ahead and take you right back over here to our drive times right now. Here's a look especially at the average speeds. That's one thing I do want you to focus on here on this graphic. So the average speed on I-75 from Saginaw to Flint, it's about 63 miles per hour. Now US 127 between Mount Pleasant and Alma, that is still a little bit slower, 45 miles per hour for the average speed, and then 70 is that average speed on US 10 between Midland and I-75. So these are doing much better than earlier this morning. I think it'll still take some time for US 127 to improve a bit as well, but US 10 starting to get better as well as I-75. So especially some of those well-traveled areas, kind of like we just saw there at I-75 and Birch Run. Now your First Alert traffic map up north still highlighting some scattered slowdowns. Even through Gladwin County, you still have some slower traffic there as of right now. As we move into the Bay region, definitely much better than earlier this morning too. So when we checked in earlier, we did have a lot of yellow and even some orange popping up on the map here in the Bay region, and then even into Genesee County. And this is actually one of the trends that we've kind of seen throughout the morning so far, even during weekend wake up. Northern Genesee County still taking a little bit of time for those roads to improve even more, but southern Genesee County actually doing pretty good as of this point. Those roads also still wet, but with the treatments down on them, they are no longer icy or snowy, so those drive times are holding together pretty well. Now for any of your snow clearing that you're doing the rest of today, really I think the one thing you will notice is just the wind starting to pick up even more. So more of a northwest wind or west-northwest. We are expecting sustained speeds in the neighborhood of 15 miles per hour and then some gusts closer to 30 miles per hour. So it is going to be feeling a little bit blustery here as the day continues on, especially by the afternoon. Notice some of those wind chills even diving down to the upper teens by about 4 o'clock for this afternoon. So it is definitely going to be feeling colder as you are clearing that snow throughout the daytime today. And that is also an important note with the snowfall too and the temperatures that we're expecting for the upcoming week. So this entire week ahead of us is all going to be below freezing continuously every single day, both at night and during the daytime too. And even for tonight, we have lows falling down to about 15 degrees. So it is going to be a cold night. Any snow that is left on driveways or sidewalks is going to ice over as we go into tonight. And you are going to have to chip away at some of that tomorrow if you happen to do any of your snow clearing tomorrow. So this snow is not going to be like previous snowfalls where it just sort of melts away within a day or two. It's going to be sticking around on the grass and again on any of those sidewalks that are unshoveled as well. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that because of this colder weather that we still have throughout this week here. It's also worth noting too that at least for those of us who enjoy our winter sports and snowmobilers too, this is definitely a good base that we have setting up for us as well. So the hope is that we can hold on to this snow on the ground, and this is also a good little boost for some of our local ski resorts as well, just getting things rolling along here as we start to approach the beginning of the season. So with our traffic, again, we will see our drive times improving continuously as we go throughout the remainder of this morning. And quite frankly, by the afternoon and the upcoming evening, I would expect most of our drive times to largely be back to normal as well. Now, we are tracking potentially some more travel impacts as we go into Monday night and Tuesday morning of this week. That should be a light snowfall, but the timing of that snow could provide some troubles for the Tuesday morning drive. So we will take a look at the hour by hour and the snow totals for that coming up. We are just going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back right after the break. Alrighty, welcome back from that break. So we are going to be tracking a little bit more light snowfall as we go into the early parts of the week on Monday night and Tuesday morning specifically. So that is something that I do want to highlight in the forecast as well. So this right here on your screen, this is about 2 in the afternoon tomorrow. We are expecting a cloudy day tomorrow. Notice that the hour by hour is actually pointing out some of these snow showers on the west side of the state. Now, I do think any of the snow showers that try to come in here with that system towards the end of tomorrow are going to struggle a little bit more because there will be some dry air again that it has to run into. But notice sort of the broken coverage of these snow showers as we go into tomorrow night and Tuesday morning. I think we will have some snow showers moving through mid-Michigan. However, this doesn't look to be anywhere near as widespread as this weekend system has been, and the total shouldn't be quite as much either. And even as I fast forward this to about 5 or 6 in the morning on Tuesday, again, some scattered snow showers here, but the coverage of this definitely does not look as impressive, and we actually are expecting to see the daytime on Tuesday starting to dry up as well. So really any of those snow showers potentially around tomorrow night and Tuesday morning should really just be into the early morning on Tuesday. Here's the snow totals on your First Alert snow predictor for those snow showers tomorrow night and Tuesday morning. Now it is picking up on around an inch, if not a little more than an inch, for some of the areas in central Michigan, like Rosebush or Mount Pleasant or Shepherd. Realistically though, I would expect an inch or less out of the snowfall as we go into tomorrow night. However, just with some of these snow showers moving through and with temps down to about 20 degrees, I think it is definitely possible that we have some slick spots as you start off your Tuesday for that morning drive and for the bus stops. Of course, students going back to school this week as well. So tomorrow, That should be fine, but Tuesday morning, that's where I think we could see some slower travel just from this light snow. Definitely not a groundbreaking amount of snowfall, especially by mid-Michigan standards, but still with that, it is just more of a nuisance snowfall that does bring some of those slowdowns and slick spots by the morning hours. So just wanted to highlight that there in the forecast. Other than that, though, this week ahead of us, if anything, is just going to stay cold. We have temps below freezing, really just fitting weather as we kick off the month of December as well. And with our temperatures constantly below freezing as well, that's good news for our ice fishers, as that starts to put us in the right direction for building up some ice. It's still definitely very early for the ice, at least very early for any safe ice, but still at least it is starting to help us bring those water temps down even more. And I've already heard some reports that there are some streams that are starting to get a light coating of ice as well. So that'll also be something that we can keep track of through this week, but overall just staying cold here for the first week of December. Well, in the meantime, for the rest of the Sunday, we hope that you do have a great remainder of your weekend and that you travel safely too. And you'll still need a little bit of extra time now, but road conditions will continue to get better as we go throughout the remainder of this Sunday here. So we hope you have a great remainder of your Sunday and drive safely if you do have anywhere to go today.